I just want to make it clear, this video is 100% satire. I think. Hello, man and woman. Welcome back to another Roblox video. Today we are going to be exploring the human anatomy in Roblox for pure educational purposes. Ultimately, we'll be using the Roblox player model as our means of educational imagery in order to learn more about the human body. So we'll start off with this here anime looking person. Now, I'm not too well adept in the lore of this game and don't quite know any of these characters, but I am familiar with the Dragon Ball Z cast, and we all best remember this woman as Goku's wife. After crawling onto her plate and smuggling ourselves into her mouth like the cartel smuggles cocaine across the American border, we'll be traveling down what we call the esophagus. Fun fact, digestion starts in the mouth with what we call physical digestion. One of the few things I learned from grade 12 biology before flunking the course. But I digress. As we proceed through the esophagus, we come across some connoisseurs of the human anatomy. We eventually leave the esophagus and enter what we now call the stomach. This open area is where digestion becomes a chemical weapon towards food and even your own body. If you get an untreated ulcer, or you're Japanese, gastric acid, also known as tum-tum juice, would be released and melt the food chunks in your stomach. That is, if you chew, unlike me. I mean, I'm sure the majority of us choke on our food while we try to swallow it down like a snake. You see, I believe that teeth are just there for show, and truly digestion only needs to take place in the stomach. You really don't need a chew. That's just extra steps. And as a gamer, I know extra steps are not the way of the grind. Finally, we enter the large intestine. This is where all the fun happens. Did you know that your intestine is covered in bacteria that helps break down leftovers from the stomach? This is where shit is made. The final destination, it's the rectum. This, moving on, is the anus. Oh shit. We got caught, guys. This isn't good. It appears it was a trap at the very beginning, as the MILF's anus entered what clearly is a secret pocket dimension, the same place where I conclude Goku did all of his ripped training to earn his Supreme and Gucci licensing. This was a miscalculation on my end, and we'll have to pull out our Trump Uno reset card and get the fuck out of here before we get pummeled and turn into a taxidermy rug. Goku's MILF, 3 out of 10, day ruined. In the heart of the Holy See, in the home of Christianity. The only objectively good thing religion has ever brought to this world was Rule 34 Crusader armor, anime girls, and nuns. Without further ado, we delve into the Roblox woman and proceed to follow the same route as previously. Unfortunately, this content had to be cut at the end because it was a Rick and Roll meme. I don't Rick and Roll my audience. I almost gave this girl 11 out of 10 just because she's based off of one of the most epic religious sagas ever, but the Rick and Roll really threw my game off. I don't know if I will ever recover. 3 out of 100. Any Roblox model using the woman model is an instant 1 out of cringe in my books. We'll be skipping girls 1 to 3 because of this factor. The other girl giving off Mama MILF and Heat vibes was an interesting experience. The experience ended in the toilet, but realistically it was the beginning of my immersion. In fact, PTSD kicked in. This isn't the first time waking up shit-faced in the toilet. 6.5 out of 10. Too much like reality. The furry girl was a game-ending experience. Clearly, she was lacking in artistic design. This one gets a 1 out of 10. The woman modeled girl after the furry girl was next. And usually I'd sway away from these types, but out of curiosity I decided to hop in. Regret I did not, because at the end of my journey I found myself in halal. Absolute bliss and serenity. You got the Hungry Arab, the Amuga, some other weird models that made me question the experience in its entirety, a mold that didn't work, fans, vending machines, an Arabian cafe, the mosque RV with Quran text on the wall. 9 out of 10. Fucking love this. The final boss took me to my home, Detroit. I don't want to go back. And that's the end of this video. I want to thank This is one last secret final boss. I almost forgot, while playing this game, I realized there's also an option to the left that allows you to get stomped on.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Honestly, I don't know what to say. At the end of this experience, I'm mostly just confused and bewildered. I'm gonna go watch some Spy X Assassin or something, try to gain my invincibility. Catch you monkeys later.